And this is part 2. Now, back to where we were. Let's pull out the other stuff now. Let me go ahead and put the camera down and pull everything else out, just because it'll be easier. So this is my belt and suspenders, or braces, sorry. Now, what I've got, the pistol belt is, or just the belt, is World War II British 37 style, pattern 37 style, except it's got holes on the bottom, and that's because it used US style wire hangers to attach that. So that's what I mean where they used US and British style. Now let me show you here. Let me set this down and sprawl it out so I can actually show you. Let me move some of this stuff off here. Don't need the shovel because I showed you that. Don't need the gas mask because I showed you that. Don't need the canteen. Okay. Now, don't need the straps either. So here's the belt, and let me set it out again. I'm sorry about this. Okay, here we go. So you've got your, buckle, and then you have on the back the section where you loop it through. And then it goes up. And I was talking about this in my British video, but you see how one of these has a little thing to hold it steady. In my my British ones, I have two right or side, or whichever side doesn't have the loop. I have two of those. But they're supposed to have the loop so it keeps it together on your back. And then your braces. And then they, this is something that the British had, the 37 pattern, for when you don't have ammo pouches. Well, the Dutch, they did have ammo pouches, but now, starting in the early or mid-70s, they stopped carrying ammo pouches, and I'll talk about that later. That's a bit weird thing as well. But you wear that because, if you don't have anything to attach it to, if you don't have the ammo pouches and you can't attach it to the top, you have to attach it to the belt somehow. So they have these special things. And these may or may not be Dutch. I'm not sure. But they look the part. I think they are Dutch, though. I'm not sure. Now, on here, that top part is where, when you have this attached to your pack, this will loop to that strap on the back that I showed you. This will loop to a strap on the side. And then you wear it over your shoulders, and this comes up and buckles to the top there, just like that. And I'll show you more in depth with the other one, which is already set up, the other pack. Let me set this down and pull that off, because it kind of got stuck on there. But for gear order, what I usually do is I'll have the gas mask bag here. I'll have the shovel right in the middle of the two, because I've seen that done a few times. But like I said, it really varies. And then the canteen on this side. That's it. No ammo pouches, because from what I was told from, what were they, Dutch? They were a Dutch reenacting or living history group or something along the lines of that. And they have really cool stuff. They have some pretty good impressions, obviously, and stuff along the line. But he said that they carried one magazine in the gun and then one in their pocket. That's two. And by the way, what they used standard weapon was the FNFAL, or, FNFAL. But a lot of guys had the Uzi as well. But they'd have that. They'd have two magazines total. And it was thought that, at the, what did he say? A scout at the border, if the Cold War went hot, at the German border, would have a 3-minute life expectancy. So what they assumed is that if you needed more ammo, there'd be enough dead people around that you could take their ammo. And I don't know, that's what he said, and it just seems weird. But I mean, if you look in photos, they really aren't carrying ammo pouches, except for when they were in Lebanon in '82. But otherwise, they didn't carry ammo pouches. And I've talked to other people, other Dutch collectors, and the guy that I got them from, and they confirmed that they didn't carry ammo pouches. So I mean, I guess that's the only real option. I mean, the Dutch army wasn't ever expected to hold out against the Soviet army if the Cold War went hot. I mean, the British didn't have a chance, the Americans didn't have a chance. I mean, you know, NATO as a whole couldn't really hold the Soviets back, so of course the Dutch army couldn't. But still, just 2 magazines is a bit crazy. But yeah, now let's move on to the next bit of gear. Actually, I'll do the helmet now. The helmet is an M1 helmet. And it's really cool. It's got the net, right? And it's got burlap with different colors. And it looks pretty cool. And it's got the liner chin strap, which is, instead of leather, it's canvas. And it's got this weird, it's like, mine, I didn't do this, but this is how I got it. It's got like a spot missing. It kind of looks weird, but whatever. I think it's a cool helmet. The Norwegian one is also similar, where it's got the net and stuff. But anyways, here's the inside. It's also very dirty. I still need to clean it. But, you know, chin straps, very interesting style. What you do is you just plug it in there. There we go. Yeah, you just plug it in like that, and then when you want to take it off, you just pull it off. But anyways, that's all about that. I mean, it's pretty simple, but it's cool. It's the M1 clone, obviously. Now let me set this down and grab the next item. I've got uniforms, but I'm going to wait for the last to do those. Now, let's see here. Okay, here's the big pack. This is in that weird plasticky material which I told you about, which I said was 83, 84 era. 83, 84 era. And this one's 1989 dated, as you can see. Okay, yeah, it is called the NSN number. NATO security number? I don't remember what it stands for. Not a clue. Serial number. NATO serial number? National stock number. National stock number? I can't remember. I really can't. So apologies about that. But anyways, you see the straps, you just, it's difficult to explain, but when I grab my other pack, because this is the large pack, let me go grab the smaller pack now. I've got to grab it because it's over here, because I couldn't pile everything around me. So let me just grab that real quick. Now this one's full, all of Dutch stuff, so I'm going to go through that now. Now, let me show you what I was talking about. Now what you do on these straps on the back, or whatever you want to call them, you take the L strap and you loop it through there like that, and then you just kind of adjust it. And then you have your straps like this, and then it buckles to the one underneath. And then you got your backpack. And then these, like I was showing you, the little thing goes over your shoulder, over the brace, and clips into that little loop at the top. Kind of a neat system. And the British, that's how the British packs worked during World War II. So let's turn this over and go through all the contents inside. And it's not, the contents aren't accurate, they're just where I put all my Dutch stuff. Now there are a few Dutch items I need, which I need boots, I need undershirt, I need proper socks. Strangely enough, and you'll see in here, I've got the proper underwear, because the guy I bought a lot of the Dutch stuff from, he was like, you know, I've got it, do you want it? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So I've got the underwear, and I can get the undershirts. I've got a source for those, and I actually can get the socks as well. Boots are kind of a pain. I can't find boots, but we'll have to wait and see. Now let's see what's in here. Oh, and this one's 1990 dated. So first item, summer cap. This is the field cap for summer. And there you got your KL, again. If it's got KL, it's Dutch. Let me see here. Let me straighten this out. I'm sorry again for setting the camera down. Alright, this one's 1987 dated. Yeah. So that's kind of neat. And then I've also got the winter cap in here. Here it is. And I really like this winter cap. It's pretty neat. It's got the ears that you fold down and so on. And it's got an inner thing that you can fold down as well. Now let's show the tag, 1987 as well. And there's your KL. These are both size 57. I wear 58 head size usually, but they fit still. Okay, now here's the handkerchief. And then 2 packs of underwear. And they are both 1987. But don't think it's dated. I don't remember. Maybe they're not 87. I don't remember what the date, but they are of the era because everything else is 80s dated. Okay, this is. I'm not going to unfold these because I've got another pair that I'll show you later. These are the winter pants, field trousers. You wear these over your summer pants. And these ones, actually, you know what? I will unfold it because I want to find the tag and show you the date on these. And that is the front part. Here we go. $1958. But this type of, these pants and the jacket to match it, which I have as well, were used into the 90s. And this is a set I got from the same guy. So, I mean, these were probably from the veteran that served in the late 70s, or late 80s. And the jacket is also 58 dated. And I think there's one other item in here. 2. Okay. That little coin down there, it's Dutch. It's 1989 dated, I believe. Yeah. It's just I didn't know where else to put it, so. Now this. It came in that large pack. It was just kind of tucked in the bottom, and I had no idea what it was. It's a little beret badge. You put it on the beret. Kind of weird, but yeah, it's kind of neat. I didn't expect to get it, so. Now let's see, what else do I need to grab? Oh, I've got the gas mask bag right next to me. Okay, cool. This is the gas mask bag that would have been used in the 80s, or at least similar. I bought this thinking it was Dutch. I found out that it was Canadian. I didn't know anything. I knew that the Dutch used the C3. They used an export variant, which has a weird cup over the exhale valve, or no, the voice diaphragm has what is it? Like a cup almost, with little slits in it. It's slightly different, you'll tell. But otherwise it's the same. But the bag looks very similar to this. And actually, as far as I'm aware, this is the same bag that the Dutch use, but this one happens to be Canadian. Because I really didn't do much research into Canada. I didn't do much research into Canada because it's interested me, but I've only gone through slight phases where I've been interested in Canada, and I will eventually do it, But I didn't really, give it much thought. I just thought, the Dutch, oh yeah. But from what I can tell, the Dutch just used Canadian bags, unless the Dutch made their own. Now, they did make their own of the Playmobil type, or the plasticky stuff. They did make a type in that. But before that, they did use something that looks just like this. So I'm assuming they are Canadian, because the masks are Canadian, just with a special export variant. And the masks were made in Canada, so I assume the bags just came with them. So I assume that will be accurate for Dutch as well. But if not, I'll have to look for a Dutch bag. Now let's talk about the straps real quick, and then I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to have to do a part 3 for the uniforms. Now the strap it's completely separate from the bag. It's just you attach it via that. Now let's go over this real quick here. Where is the... Yeah, here. The clip on this is metal. I've got another strap set here, where the clip is plastic. I don't know why, but I'm sure it has something to do with, different era. Plastic's probably later, and the metal one's probably earlier, but then again, everything else is plastic, so I don't understand. But I'm going to end this, and I'll see you in part 3.